The pairing of the Panthers and UTS St George have met 3 times in their history, the most recent in pre-season, finishing with a pretty telling result. The Sparks, 21 goals up and on a roll that saw them sweep the warm-up competition, continue the dominance they've held against the Panthers the past year. Here tonight, off the back of a win after 2 narrow losses in the opening rounds, UTS St George are currently leading the battle for middle of the table. Sitting fourth, their coach is hoping they keep building their patience and consistency as they prepare to face off against some tough teams in the coming weeks. Meanwhile, the Panthers, who've been hit with some unfortunate injuries and are using some of their Metro League players to bolster the squad tonight, know from the stats that they're every bit still in these games. They've been unlucky in a number of really tight matches this pre-season and first 3 rounds, but will need to push that little bit further should they hope to beat this losing streak. Brittany Carter and Diamond star Paige Hadley on the microphones for Bar TV tonight. Paige, firstly, hello. Is this your first Premier League game?
Yes, it is, and I'm quite nervous about it.
You'll love it, I'm sure. So our umpires tonight are Emma Davey and Claire McCabe. And we'll just quickly run through these lineups. The UTS St George Sparks in their teal, red and white dresses. Coach Moira Gaha has selected Morgan Jenkins in goal shooter, Laura Towell in goal attack, Claire O'Brien wing attack, Taylor Fraser centre, Amy Parmenter to round out the mid-court and wing defence, Nicole Stiles in goal defence and Olivia Roundtree in goalkeeper. Interestingly, on the team sheet, Cara Stiles had been named and then crossed out, so not sure what's going on there, but Olivia Roundtree is definitely in goalkeeper for the Sparks. For the Panthers in gold and black, Lisa Behag has named Daniel Di Bartolo in goal shooter, Lee Kalsbeck in goal attack, Catherine Halton in wing attack, Caitlin Begley in centre, Lauren Hutchinson in wing defence, Chantel Rennie in goal defence, a Metro League player playing up tonight for their open side, and Hayley Mulheron in goalkeeper. So we see, Paige, that the Sparks are already on the board and now the Panthers have equalled that first point.
Yeah, really good start. I think it's going to be frantic to start off with and then they'll both settle into it. Good defence by the Panthers there.
So in an interesting fact, we saw the Sparks come out and play on this court just 2 rounds ago, and their coach, Moira Gaha, named pretty much an identical starting 7 to this. She just had 2 differences. She had Cara Stiles in goalkeeper and Katie Bryce in centre. So she's obviously happy with most of this starting 7.
I think you'll probably see Cara and Katie come on at some stage this game. Both really quality players, so they're very lucky to have them on the bench for them tonight.
And of course, a really big talking point about this team is the 2 sister duo in the defence end.
I know, I wish they got their other sister, Megan, who used to play. We'll give her a shout out. But yeah, obviously Cara and Nick both play defence, so it'd be cool to see them both in the circle working together.
Bartolo, shot. Great long range shot. Panthers centre. They're up 2-1. Some fancy work from Taylor Fraser, unfortunately didn't pay off. Olivia Roundtree's arms just too long. Doing great work in defence.
Good patience there into the circle. I think the moving circle of the Panthers is going to be tough to beat, also with Nick and the goalkeeper quite tall, so the moving circle might work well on that.
Oh, lovely quick work between shooters there, paying off for a goal for the Sparks. Great work by Parmenter, lovely defence, unfortunately to the wrong player. Panthers will pick it up, head up the court. Oh, lovely work of Stiles. Great little intercept. Up over the top, good feed from Fraser.
That was a good mismatch there, having goal defence back, obviously shorter of the 2 defenders down there, so straight overhead, which might be a play that they might use. Oh, great read by the keeper. Really unlucky to not get that.
Yeah, some nice work from Mulherron. Went in the end. So, of course, one of your teammates is out on court in Claire O'Brien.
Yeah, so Claire obviously is off to the World Youth Cup soon, so she's been training hard. She hasn't really had an off-season, so from Swift she's gone straight back into Premier League and doing her own individual sessions, so no doubt she'll absolutely kill it out there. She's been training really well, and when she got on the Swiss court, absolutely dominated this year, so you'll see a lot more of this youngster in years to come. Yeah,
it was really nice to see some of the players that have obviously represented their state but also selected from these games.
Yeah, we had a few obviously as well. The centre, Taylor Fraser, came in as a training partner for a few weeks with us to help out. So no doubt that was a great experience for her. And the likes of Sophie Halpin in the Eastwood Rye team came in and stepped up and did a great job. So it's great that this obviously is feeding into the Swiss environment, and they're absolutely thriving in it. So it's really nice to be a part of.
Taylor Fraser really is a talent, because I remember last year she was moved up halfway through from the under-20s to the Opens. So then to go from the Opens into a training partner with the Swifts is pretty remarkable.
Yeah, she's only 18, so a long career ahead of her, and I think she's got the physical assets of a mid-court, obviously strong, powerful and very fit. So no doubt she'll be there in years to come as well.
Well, it's definitely a battle of the defenders at the moment. Lots of intercepts happening.
Yeah. Both teams are putting on really strong defence and making it hard to read for the feeders. So, hopefully that can stay out for the 60 minutes. Shot by Tao. Laura Tao, obviously the goal attack for UTS, also was an in-Swiss athlete. So I've seen her train and everything in the gym while we use there. So a lot of these girls in the UTS team have been a part of the in-Swiss program and been around the traps while I've been playing. So it's nice to see them out there.
That's great. And Rob Wright was here a little bit earlier. Obviously your coach, he seems to be here every Wednesday night. Amy was telling me he just loves his netball and he can't get enough, obviously.
He definitely does, and obviously he's always wearing his Swift tracksuit, so he's very proud. But I think what Rob does really well is he identifies young talent, and I think coming to these things, you see people obviously just playing in their comfortable environment. So as I said, a lot of the girls that we picked up have been from this. Obviously, he goes out and watches everyone perform each week, which I think is only a positive thing for him as a coach.
Yeah, I mentioned this briefly off air to you, but I was listening to This Sporting Life, which is a really good podcast if you've never listened to it before. And Paige, they had you on, I think last month, and you were talking about how Rob Wright had a big hand in your early start to your netball career. He selected you, didn't he?
So when I was 17 and trialled for my first state team, there wasn't many Penrith girls. So I'm a Penrith girl, but wasn't many Penrith girls there with me, and I had a white ribbon in my hair, and he said he never forgets the girl with the white ribbon. That kind of looks a little lonely. But yeah, he said from that moment he saw me, he knew I had potential. But yeah, it wasn't until years later that I actually grew into that potential.
And you mentioned you're a Penrith girl. Your mum is coaching in that area at the moment.
Yeah, so she's off to state age, started July, and she'll coach the 12s for Penrith. So she's done that for numerous years. Only started when I finished, so she never coached me.
Obviously loved netball and missed it once you finished up there.
Yeah, my family's always just been kind of giving back to what has given to me. So obviously I grew up there, playing there my whole netball career. So it's nice to have mum back there and teaching the young girls, and obviously show that we're really appreciative of the people that put their time into me growing up, and now obviously she can do that to young girls growing up there as well.
So the Sparks leading the Panthers 6-5. Just under 7 minutes left in this first quarter.
Sparks are slowly getting on top, I think, here now.
Definitely a lot of hard work still being done in that Panthers defence end. Begley, centre pass for Panthers.
What the UTS are doing really well is there's only one option on the centre pass, and then the next, there's no option, it's all isolated. So I think they're doing really well at isolating the attackers down this end. So Panthers kind of just need a bit more early movement to get the defenders off.
forced to go long and forced to go with options that aren't guaranteed, and that's obviously where UTS, like you said, are turning the ball over and capitalising.
Yeah, great shot. Once they're patient with it, they find the space and get it to a shot, so they just need to be patient with the ball.
Yeah, the Sparks seem to be playing a faster game.
Yeah, I think the players that they've got, they're really athletic, so they're always going to play at a faster pace, I think. But, yeah, just got to be smart with the ball when the Panthers have got it. Great swing ball.
Great support in the mid-court from the defence. And lovely vision just straight over the top of O'Brien. And we'll see Morgan Jenkins. Lovely shot. So Morgan Jenkins is actually from a basketball background, and she was a training partner with the Sparks Opens this year. But I've seen her start in 2 games, so she's obviously doing very well.
It's nice to see people take their opportunities and pay off. So that's really good. Obviously, Moira putting into that talent, and obviously it's paying off. Especially when you got a Katie Bryce sitting on the bench who can play goal attack and is just a little speedster.
Holton looking to feed into the circle. Lovely quick hands between Carlsberg and Di Bartolo.
I think that's what the 2 shooters doing well in the Panthers team. They're actually getting both defenders on one and the other one's opening up. So it's opening quite nicely for Danielle under the baseline.
That was lovely work. It's called the roll-off, is it?
From the shooter?
Yeah.
Yeah, so sometimes the shooters like to get nice and close to the feeders, so being able to roll out, take a defender with you and opens up the back shooter, which we love as feeders.
Just got to be careful you don't trip over in the process, get a bit dizzy.
Yeah, I'm not jealous of the shooters actually at all. Great fake there by, is it
Di Bartolo? Yeah, that's right.
Great fake there to get Styles off the shooter.
I'm lucky with some of these teams that they've got their names on the back of the dresses, so if you're not sure, you always just hold on that little bit extra. Amy Parmenter really is sticking it to her attacking player.
Yeah, it's very physical there. They're both on the body, so it's a good matchup. Key one to watch, I think.
A lovely shot. Lots of air to it.
Oh, great fake by Tao. Great drive by Claire to drag the defender out and open up the shooter under the post.
We're within 1 here, and it's a Panthers centre looking to level up the scores, 10 apiece. Oh, well done, Amy Parmenter. Fantastic on the intercept. I feel like I'm watching tennis here, back forth. Lovely work between Tao and Fraser, edge of the circle. And you see Tao get a free shot.
Great rebound.
Up and in. 11-9, they've pushed in front by 2. Just over 2 minutes on the clock in the first quarter. Round 4 of the Samsung Premier League. Sparks against the Panthers. Now in front by 3.
Great change of direction there by the goal attack. Unlucky for the fumble.
So is it that speed that's beating the Panthers at the moment? Oh, fantastic work by Mulheron.
Yeah, I think the speed obviously is there, but I think the opportunities have come for the Panthers. They've had the defensive line has picked up a few turnovers, but just, 1 out in attack. I think there's only one option kind of on drive, and then obviously it's shut down, while Parmenter's come up with a few intercepts. So I think, as I said, they just need more than one option, because they've definitely had turnovers down there, but the speed of the UTS is obviously quite high at the moment. Great feed up there, Brian.
Lower step. Some pressure from the Panthers. Driving up the court. Hand to it from Parmenter.
She's in everything.
Tell us as a mid-quarter, obviously pulling it in would have been more desirable to her side, but getting a hand to it is important as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it just disrupts the flow. Obviously, as attack, you like to be in flow. So if a defender can get a hand to it or a tip, it obviously just disrupts that flow and would have been easier to feed in than an offside.
Roundtree just getting her long limbs to it, but unable to pull it in straight through her fingers in that case. Got less than 30 seconds in this first period of play. And Tao's done a lot of work off the ball. She's really shined so far.
Great shot by Tao.
Quick work from the Panthers, trying to sneak another in. But we see from Di Bartolo there, not even going for the rebounds, just so confident it was going to go in.
I think she thought she only had 3 seconds, so she just put it up.
All right, well, first quarter, we see the Sparks up by 3, 14-11 over the Panthers. We'll be back with the second quarter very shortly. So we've seen one change coming into the second quarter for the Panthers. We've seen Tisha Ojeda come into wing attack and Catherine Holton come off. No changes to the Sparks. And we've seen a quick start from the Sparks.
Great touch, Mulhagen. Great chase.
Mulheron's making everything difficult for Morgan Jenkins.
Just inside. Vantage pause, wing defence, vantage instruction.
Amy Parmenter assisting from the mid-court, middle third.
Vantage instruction.
That was nice work by Tao. Just held on to it slightly. Decided to go for a different option.
Thought she was nearly going to replay that, but good touch on it.
There's nothing worse than you replay too, because you're like, damn it. You know it's happened. Panthers force back, centre pass.
Yeah, UTS are doing a really good wall on the centre pass.
Oh, that was nice work between Ojeda. Now the mid-quarter. Oh, wow.
Great shot.
That was fantastic. Had all the theatrics of it too, you know, almost popping out and then back in. Lovely work, Towel, to hold on to it. O'Brien.
Throwing.
Great pressure on Mulhagen.
Yeah, Jenkins didn't pull that in, that one. Straight through the hands. Begley. Arming off to Mulheron.
Great one-on-one defensive by the UTS Sparks down the court, making it difficult.
Vantage obstruction wing.
Great shot.
Panthers.
Some loud, noisy effects happening. Oh, lovely work by Olivia Roundtree, those long arms. Doing a fantastic job.
Side wing. Top the circle.
So
wing
Mulheron's definitely getting the better of Morgan Jenkins this quarter so far. It's very early.
Yeah, she's done a great job putting pressure on.
There we go. Well done,
Great
Panthers.
chase by Chantal Rennie.
Gonna get taken out by a ball. Hand to it from Tower. Sees it pop out. Mulheron throw in. Hutchinson.
Yeah, it's difficult for the Panthers at the moment. I feel like there's only one lead on every time. So if we just get that movement happening a bit earlier.
Obstruction. No, not taken.
Is that because they're looking to head up the court too early?
I just think, good defence by the UTS Sparks, but I just think the person behind just waiting for the person in front. They both need to be moving to create an option for the thrower.
Sparks. 3 in front now, 16-13. They lead the Panthers in the second quarter. Morgan Jenkins just sandwiched between the two Panthers circle defenders. Oh, she's got it that time. Here we go, up and in. Oh, just out. Mulheron straight onto it. And Begley's waiting for her.
I feel like Ojeda has come on in wing attack and really found some good space. It's not as physical in that one-on-one battle with Parmenter at the moment.
Oh, wow. Begley straight onto it when Fraser thought she had it.
The ball.
She's definitely giving them more options, isn't she, Ojeda?
Yeah, she's finding the top of the circle quite nicely. Yeah, I don't think there's a physical one-on-one battle with Parmenter. She's actually doing the prelim early and finding that top space, which is what you want, where you want to feed from.
Contact wing attack.
Thought that was a very unlucky call.
Sometimes it doesn't always go your way, does it?
No.
And this sport isn't like basketball. You can't sort of suck up to the umpire and hope that they'll give you a better call next time.
No, they go the opposite way. Oh, rebound opportunity going to miss there from Panthers. Good rebound though.
And doesn't Mulheron know it? Look at her face.
Stage break wing attack.
O'Brien doing well to drive for every centre pass.
Wing attack. There's no more breaking.
Jenkins calling for it.
Great touch. Oh, balls in the hands.
That was lovely work from Rennie.
Jenkins just got a bit more height on her.
Have you always been a mid-quarter?
When I was younger, I played defence, mainly goal defence, and then then I moved into centre when I was about 11s, and a centre wing defence, and then it actually was Lisa Behag, the coach of the Penrith Panthers, who actually, when I was about 17, 18, she moved me to a wing attack to play my debut for the ANL Blues. So, yeah, thanks to her, I kind of moved into the wing attack from more of a centre wing defence background.
It's interesting too, debuting in a position you're not used to.
Yeah, so she moved me there thinking that I had the tools to play that position, and then, I debuted for ANL in the Blues team. There was two, Warwick Cousins and Blues, and I played for the Blues, and, played wing attack. So, thank her for that, for seeing the potential in that position.
And you prefer those to what you were playing before?
If anyone asks me, I like being on. So, this year I played centre, wing attack and wing defence. So I played all three. So I love being able to play multiple positions just to be able to mix it up. But I guess I'm better at centre wing attack. I leave the wing defenders to their little job.
When speaking with a lot of the coaches for the under-20s side, they're all trying to teach their players a second or a third position so that they are more viable to an open spot later on when they sort of graduate from the under-20s.
Yeah, especially now, obviously the progression of this is ShowCourt Super Netball, and they're only offering 10 contracts now instead of 12. So, you want players that can play multiple positions and be versatile to be able to mix up those combinations. Otherwise, I've always been told you have to be exceptional in that one position, if you can only conquer one.
And the other funny thing in speaking with coaches is that some of them, I go through the team list with each one and say, what position do they play? What can I expect to see from them? And quite often the coach will be like, well, this is what they think they are and this is what they are.
Coaches always have a different opinion, don't they?
Puffed out.
A few missed shots have obviously let the Sparks go out to a 6-goal lead.
Yeah, that's really
Great
crept
defense.
up. Now Heron asking Rennie to move back. Slight nod of the head. And again asking Rennie to move around.
Horton, great drive down the court, trying to open up space. Oh,
lovely work from Roundtree.
Great take by Styles. Great balance by Claire O'Brien, aka Cobb, we call her.
What?
Claire,
Why that?
because it's Claire O'Brien, so
Right.
Cobb is her name. So now it's we calling her Claire.
Does she like that nickname? Or?
Oh, well, she gets called it every day, so
She doesn't get a choice. That's
I'm
right.
guessing she likes it.
The harder you push against it, the more it sticks.
yeah. Otherwise, she gets Cobber as well, so I don't think she minds it.
So I'm pretty sure it's Lauren Hutchinson in the wing defence dress, but she's got Houghton's dress on, so that's a bit confusing. Just stick with the official names. Quick work from the Sparks up over the top. And we'll see Panthers get a chance here. It's a pretty big lead now.
Yeah,
22-14.
I wouldn't have thought the lead was that big. I just think the Panthers had so many opportunities. Just again, one lead coming out of defence to bring it down. But they've had plenty of opportunities from the defensive circle.
Oh, wow. Physical.
So you want to see from your wing attack and goal attack, getting touches to make it harder to get the ball down.
There's obstruction.
Up over the top. Styles was almost to it. Some quick work between Begley and Di Bartolo. Oh, lovely last chance ditch. Kalsbeck just jumping on it.
Great. Got to keep that in. Deserved to be finished, and it is.
So we've got under 5 minutes of play before half time in this match. Panthers are down by 7. Long ball from Styles to Jenkins, cutting out all the mess in between. Towel going to the post. Oh, lovely work. Nice confident shooting.
Great drive by Hodgson there to open up the middle.
Little hand to it from Fraser. Sees it pop out the baseline.
Again, just disrupting that flow makes it tough for the attackers to be able to feed.
That's right, because they're stagnant coming back in, aren't they?
Yeah.
And we've seen Roundtree pick it up with an intercept. Lovely long arms, keep saying that, but she does know how to use her body.
They're coming in handy for her.
Obviously had some great coaching, because quite often when people have long limbs like that, they don't know how to use them. She's doing it perfectly.
Oh.
And we saw that little off-balance shot from Jenkins quite often in the second round of this competition. Well, the Sparks are going to coming fourth at the moment. And there's 2 other teams just below them vying for that spot. They're all equal on wins and losses. It's just a little bop on the head to Amy Parmenter.
Back into herself.
It's just goal percentage that's dividing those middle teams at the moment. The Panthers.
UTS are obviously a very stacked team, so no doubt that I would see them in the 4 by the end of it. But obviously I think, the Samsung Premier League is done awesome in terms of the talent that they've obviously been able to grow in all the teams. I've watched the scores and they're all quite close, so that's what you want to see from a competition.
And certainly if you've been hit by injuries, I know in speaking with Amy, the Erna Hawks didn't do so well last year, and she said that's just because of the timing. There were so many pregnancies and injuries at once, and this year they've come out flying. So sometimes it's just not, all the pieces of the puzzle just don't fit together for you, do they?
Yeah, and obviously the Erna Hawks have been a really strong club since all the time I was playing, so you need to go through obviously rebuilding phases. So it's good to see those girls that have had babies being able to come back and play again. Obviously we had Emily Keaton filling for me actually when I got injured. So it's awesome to see them out there and playing netty still.
Oh,
great
lovely
shot.
work.
I think it's easier if she just shoots from anywhere than working it in. She's doing awesome.
So just under 2 minutes of play till half time.
Oh, great quick hands.
Isn't that beautiful? Lovely teamwork. And that just comes with familiarity and practice, doesn't it? Knowing where to expect your teammate.
Yeah, just obviously having the trust.
Wonder if they've practiced that.
I'm sure the coach wouldn't recommend it, but if it comes off, it comes off. Parmenter's going for absolutely everything. It's quite smart play by Jada just to be able to Parmenter overplayed that and then double play it, and she was out of the equation. Great shot.
Lovely work from Di Bartolo again. So Danny's been with Penrith for a number of years and also was with the Blue Mountains for a while too. So the Panthers have 3 feeder associations in Penrith, the Blue Mountains and also Hawkesbury. So it's lovely to see someone from the Blue Mountains come out here and make it.
Yeah, I was going to say, I grew up, she was I think 1 or 2 years older than me, but I grew up playing against her. Obviously I'm from Penrith and she's from the Blue Mountains. So yeah, it's good to see a familiar face in the Penrith uniform.
And her coach has said she's got a lovely fluent shot. She's a smart player, so we're definitely seeing that tonight.
Definitely. Oh, great read by Rennie. Oh, unlucky it.
Good work by Talbot to jump on the opportunity though. So we're creeping up to halftime here, 14 seconds left. Oh, that was amazing, Carlsbeck. So we're just talking about Di Bartolo and how she'll take it to the post from a long shot, but
She probably heard us.
yeah, I can do it too, hey? So halftime, the score reads 26-19. The Sparks leading the Panthers. We can see the breakdown of scores here, and the Sparks scoring comfortably over the Panthers in both. A little bit tighter, I guess, in the first quarter by 1 goal. So it's been consistent, hasn't it, from both teams?
Yeah, obviously I think, as I said, the Panthers have had their opportunities. I just don't think they've been able to capitalise through the middle to get it down to their shooters. But obviously when their shooters are getting it, they're shooting quite comfortably. So, and obviously the Sparks are just consolidating on those turnovers that they've got. And as you expect, quality side, really a lot of experience there.
Now, while we've got you, Paige, and we've got a little bit of time at half-time, let's just talk about your career in Super Netball, how exciting it's been. What are you doing this Saturday night? Are you going to watch, obviously?
Actually, luckily enough, I'm sponsored by Samsung, so they're flying me down
that's
on
great.
Saturday for an activation they're doing before the game, and then I'll be able to watch the game with the Samsung crew. So obviously very lucky. Obviously would have loved to be there. Been there 2 years in a row previously, so it's weird not being in the final series, but yeah, obviously very fortunate for them to fly me down and be a part of it.
And the question that I think you've probably been asked so many times already this season, but everyone wants to know is, what's it been like having so many of those players that you built such a culture up with at the Swifts move over to the Giants and then become your opposition so suddenly?
Yeah, obviously, yeah, we lost the likes of a Kimmy and a Prats to them, and then we lost, Laura and Steph to the Sunshine Coast, and Shans and Katie to the Collingwood Magpies. But I think that this league was always going to do that. I think it provided great opportunity. Money and conditions improved for us, and they were big name players, and they're established players, and they're nearing to the end of their careers. Obviously, they're playing great netty, but obviously they had to think about what's best for them, and obviously it's been tough for the girls to go to Giants, and obviously them being in the grand final and us not. But their experience in that Giants team, they've got internationals all over the court. Julie Fitzgerald is obviously just a campaigner in finals, and she's been a masterstroke in terms of what she's done with them. But yeah, I'm obviously excited as well, staying with the Swifts and a really young bunch coming in.
Yeah.
And in years to come, I can't wait to be a part of that and see where we progress to.
And how did you go with the English players, having them come over and play with you this year?
Yeah, so we had Helen, and obviously Serena and Jo have gone to the Giants, and I think this league is actually going to improve all of the players internationally. I think Australia's obviously been dominant for a very long time, but I think that this is just going to make those countries a lot more tougher, and they've had that experience and they've been in that intensity week in, week out, which is what Suncorp Super Netball, you couldn't have guessed who was going to win each week, and that's what you want. And I think the international schedule and the international games are going to be a lot closer.
In terms of the competition overall, we've definitely seen a rise in the intensity by losing New Zealand, and it was sad to lose those guys because they had some fantastic teams. The Southern Steel were one of my favourites. I remember watching them with a close eye last year, especially up against you guys. I think there was a matchup that was really important. Yeah, I remember now. Yeah, so it was sad to see them go, but in a way it's been so much more beneficial for Netball Australia as a whole, especially with the broadcast deal.
Yeah, obviously Channel 9 have done a phenomenal job. Obviously even the grand final this week's going to be live on Channel 9, prime time, 7 p.m. on Saturday, and that's just phenomenal. The ratings they've had on 9Gem have been crazy, but obviously really sad to lose New Zealand, the talent that they have, and being able to see them every week. We actually haven't really seen them or played against them this whole season. So internationally it's going to be different as well, because you don't know what they're doing. But I think it would have been amazing to be able to have more players like Laura come over and be able to play here but also play for their country, but they've made that decision. But the intensity and just the opportunities that it's obviously given the young girls, like Claire, even if Sophie's coming for us, Jess Ansys, there's so many young players coming through that probably wouldn't have got that opportunity before with 5 teams. So I think it's made Australian netball in a really good place, and it's made it very competitive to get in the Australian Diamonds.
And there was a lot of talk about, with the new teams coming in, whether there would be, a dispersing of the talent. And I don't think that that's been the case at all. We've seen so many new names come through that young girls are now being exposed to, and great talents too, right?
Yeah, definitely. I think, obviously if you look at the grand final, they're both two new franchises, which, obviously as an existing franchise you probably wouldn't have wanted to see, but, it's obviously great. They're obviously recruited very well. They've got internationals nearly in all of their starting lineup, so they've done really well. But as you said, the other clubs have recruited very well with their young talent. They're just going to grow, and the more that the young girls get out there, the confidence grows. They get more game time. I think Claire, she played about probably 6 games this year. Probably wouldn't expect that. She just went from strength to strength each game, and it's just so awesome to see them being able to do that in their home state, in their home environment. So, obviously the new clubs were stacked. Collingwood obviously had 5 or 6 Australian diamonds, but it's been great to see other clubs stand up and just play netball.
Well, definitely, I tipped them to win the comp, and I had a Giants in a close second. So, and I'm a Swiss fan, I must say. So, it was really surprising, I think, for many people that Collingwood didn't perform when it didn't come together, I guess, in the end. To wrap up Super Netball, who's your tip?
Good question.
It's tough, isn't it?
It is very tough. I think the greatest thing about this game is, you think about last week, and I thought the Vixens were, going to be absolutely flawless, and obviously the Giants came out and just they didn't have an answer for them. So I think the greatest thing about this game is going to be who turns up on the day and who's ready to play, because I can't tip it. Both have strengths all over the court internationally, have really strong consolidated lineups. Obviously, being from Sydney, people wouldn't say Giants, but, obviously being friends with Steph Wood.
Yeah.
Best friends with Steph Wood, so I'm obviously going for the Lightning just because, the heartache that we had up in Brisbane last year, I'd love to see her get that title, but I think it's going to be a great game of netball, and I'm glad I'm actually going to be a part of the spectacle.
Well, Lisa Alexander has tipped the Sunshine Coast, and she thinks it's going to go to extra time, and had a little bit of Twitter talk happening with her, and I said, look, my mind wants that to happen, but I don't think my heart can deal with a third grand final going to extra time after what you guys endured back-to-back those 2 years against the Firebirds.
Yeah, look, it would be nice being on the other side of it and not actually in the extra time.
Yeah.
Look, I just hope it's a cracking game. I think the first rounds of finals, obviously the Giants versus the Magpies and the Vixens versus the Sunshine Coast were phenomenal games. You couldn't have asked for better games. Both 1-goal wins. So I'm hoping that this grand final, it just goes down to the wire, and obviously both teams put out their best netball. That's what the big dance is for, and they both wouldn't want to go out there not obviously putting their best forward.
Oh, well, let's hope so. I love it that you call it the big dance. It makes it so exciting. So we can see that the umpires have indicated that it's time to come on for the third quarter. Just tell us this week quickly, Paige, you visited the Samsung State Champs to congratulate the Parade of Districts. Can you just tell us a bit about that and what that involved? Yeah,
so I went to State Champs, the opening ceremony. I went as a New South Wales Swift. And, so all the clubs march around, and they obviously some get really into it. Ballina, I think, won it this year. Do a little dance, show off their club colours or their area colours to the judges. But, obviously it's a 3-day weekend where associations play against each other, and it's tough. Obviously it was raining as well, so the conditions were quite hard out there at Walkham Hills. Obviously I think I only played 1 state champ, so I did more state of age. But, it was nice to get out there and see all the girls obviously parading around and toughing it out on the asphalt.
Oh, I bet they would have loved you seeing you out there. All right, so we've seen the Sparks come out firing.
So you haven't got your dream yet. You got Cara, but she took Nicole's spot. So the Style Sisters have switched. They haven't gone together.
They just work so nicely together. It's such an awesome duo.
And Bryce has come on to the centre.
You've seen a change in the shooting as well.
Eldridge on a shooter. She's a young in-Swiss athlete as well. And the Panthers have had a change as well in their shooting lineup.
So Nat Eldridge moving into goal shooter. All right, and we've seen a change, as you said, in the defence for...
The shooting circle for Panthers.
Oh, shooting circle, there you go. Lucky I've got you here, Paige.
She's tall.
Bryce racing back to the centre. She's quick, isn't she?
Yeah, she's nice and fresh. First quarter on for her. She's ready to go. Caitlin Bryce was actually a Swift last year as well. Took some time off netball with early back injury, so it's good to see her back out there playing.
So that'd be Amelia Holes in the goal shooter. Oh, we've just seen her perform.
Battle of the long limbs now, I think, down in that defensive end for the Sparks.
Quick work between Bryce and Elridge. The fresh arm and fresh legs are working. They've pushed their lead out to 30 now, so that's 4 goals they've scored. Panthers kept goalless so far in these opening minutes, third quarter. Towel over the top, O'Brien.
Penalties have definitely picked up down that end.
Nice little high five back here between Parmenter and Styles.
Cupping her for a fall. Great touch.
There's a really great matchup happening between Elridge and Mulherron here.
I think Mulherron's done a really great job in that circle tonight. Both opponents she's really wore like a glove. Great defense. Great defense.
Especially because Elridge popped out the back and found some space. They obviously didn't see her. So good work by the Panthers. Nice pressure.
Now the Panthers just need some options down this attacking and just be patient with it.
Di Bartolo driving out.
Trying to find. Good job.
So she's working well, coming out in that goal attack position now.
Yeah, really creative. Really creating that space in that attack end for the shooter to hold to her strength.
Hayter looking for an option. Oh, a bit of pass back. Holes, arms long enough. We talked
Good
about
rebound.
Roundtree's long arms, and Holes are just a little bit longer, maybe an inch.
Great rebound, great following through.
Breaking.
Coach killer, they call those ones.
Coach killer?
Yep.
All right, to explain that.
Yeah, obviously a break is something that's very preventable, and so obviously they call it a coach killer because you just don't want to break on your own centre pass. Sometimes as wing attacks you just get so eager and you think you've made a break and then the whistle hasn't gone.
It's the same when you're defending and you just want to get in front of your player.
Yeah. It's unfair how they're a bit more lenient with the defenders though. You think?
Yeah. You can tell I'm a defender. I'm just trying to peg it back in.
Well, actually, in some courts of netball, the umpires were a lot stricter. It was a caution for assistant breaking, which was nice to see because a lot of defenders do obviously set up walls or doubles on the centre pass and jump the line early, which obviously makes it hard as an attacker, and normally it's just let go. So it's nice to be able to pick that up because obviously as an attacker it's a disadvantage. And same as when the wing attack and goal attack run down on their defensive centre pass. Sometimes they're there before the whistle's even gone, so it's nice to be able to pick that up and control that.
Yeah, quality in terms of everything I think stepped up this year. Lovely off-balance work from Elridge. So Sparks in front by 10 now. 33-23, they lead the Panthers. Just over 8 minutes left in this third quarter.
Great touch by Cobb. She's going to get a Cobb. She'll enjoy that.
You see Hutchinson with a throw in. Hader did well, driving, changing direction.
Lost two of them. And there you find her again at the top of the circle, right where you want to feed from. Shot.
Yep, Dee Bartolo's definitely on song with those long bombs. And something that's really interesting about Premier League is that I find the score can blow out quickly, but you'll be watching and sitting here watching, and if you're not keeping an eye on the score, it can change so suddenly you wouldn't have a clue because the competition's so close.
Yeah, momentum obviously, it's one of those crazy things is that you score 3 and then it ends up being 7, and you just, sometimes it's very hard to stop momentum, especially now with the new rules where if you call a timeout, obviously it's an injury. So yeah, it's quite tough to change that momentum where you're used to seeing netball. Obviously people call timeouts to stop that.
They do have timeouts in the game now, don't they?
Yep, so you get one tactical timeout per half.
And how long is it? Someone asked me that the other day.
2 minutes.
2 minutes, right?
Yeah, and they take the whole 2 minutes as well. So even if you want a minute, they take the whole 2 minutes. But yeah, and if you call any other time in that half, is obviously injury time and a swap.
And you've got to come off the court.
Yeah.
Lovely solid work between Elridge and Towell for the Sparks.
Oh, great job.
What a great pickup. So clean, no dramas about it. Straight on with the job.
Straight out of the block she came. Oh, great defence for Hudson.
Did well to get in front of O'Brien.
Oh.
We've seen the Sparks just turn it over so quickly. That's good pressure. Lovely work. 37-24. This lead's pushed out a little bit more. 5.5 minutes of play, third quarter. Got a nice little crowd building here.
I was going to say there's a lot of people that just came in then. It's good to see people supporting Samsung Premier League.
There's a really big game coming up after this, Paige, so I'm not surprised.
Thought they'd be at home listening to your commentary.
I should mention, though, we had the Central Coast Heart the first round here on the ShowCourt, and in talking with our coaches, they said, sometimes they put you up in the leagues club, and I thought, oh, these poor people, but it's fantastic that people that far away are still able to engage with the product that Bar TV is putting up, and Netball New South Wales massively to its credit. And, these Panthers girls, I don't know if they have relatives or friends in the Blue Mountains, but coming from a feeder association, it's amazing that they have the option to tune in and watch it here.
Yeah, I think it's great. We never had the access to this, so it just shows that the sport's growing and everyone wants to have access to it, so it's really good to see.
Two little fakies from Hutchinson there.
Draws the defender and draws the contact. As I said, Panthers are definitely getting the ball. They're just obviously not utilising it sometimes. When they do get in the circle, it's normally a guaranteed goal.
Oh, good pressure.
Miscommunication there from Towell and Eldridge.
Looking for options. There's no one in the mid-court. Defending players, providing some more options.
Great take by Jeter.
And Hader. Bartolo still at top of the circle. Roundtree. Unfortunate. Very well done.
Good placement there, away from the defender. Nice, easy shot.
Holz does really well as a holding shooter. She's almost 100% guaranteed to get it in.
Yeah, I think the Panthers are slowly adjusting to, obviously they had 2 moving shooters in the first half, and then now being able to find that placement of a holding shooter. It's obviously very different when you're coming to feed that, so I think it's just going to take a few moments to get used to that.
I'm really enjoying the matchup between Roundtree and Holz. because not only are they tall with long limbs, but they're on the body, as you said before. Some lovely shooting from the Sparks. Eldridge and Towell teaming up. Almost hit the 40 mark, 39-27. The Sparks lead the Panthers. Roundtree.
Great pick up.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, just miscommunication with the space into the holding shooter. So if they can get that right, I reckon holds will be obviously used a lot more efficiently.
Fake from O'Brien. Change of direction with the pass. Lovely vocal bench from the Sparks. Oh, great work between Styles and Bryce.
Oh, great touch by
up.
Jada. Oh, loose ball. Good chase. Oh.
Elridge in front. I wonder what the glove's about. It reminds me of a Travis cloak in the AFL.
I was going to say before I said she's wearing like a glove, and I was like, that was a good pun. But it was no pun intended.
I didn't even pick up on it. It was wasted on me.
Is it a shooting hand?
Oh, we'll have to have a watch next time. 42-28, over a minute's worth of play in this third quarter.
I don't think the score just replicates how actually tough and physical it is out there.
Three people going for the rebounds at once. There's lovely intensity about this match. Bartolo.
Good commitment. Good pull for Holes. Good shot.
Sparks, centre, force back. Unable to move forwards up the court as of yet. Here we go. O'Brien. Bounce pass to Elridge. Oh, bit of miscommunication, but it'll come off for the Sparks anyway.
Really unlucky there.
Towel in front. Just a bit far out. Unable to bang it into the net. There we go. 42-29 at three-quarter time. What do you have to say about the match so far, Paige?
Yeah, I don't think the score quite replicates the intensity both teams are putting in. I just think at the moment UTS have obviously brought fresh legs on, which I think helped a lot in that quarter, and they're just cherishing the ball that they're turning over, where I think Panthers have turned over a lot of ball, but just haven't cherished it and haven't got it down to a shot.
Yeah, we can see that it's pretty consistent again. You know, they're up by 6 this time, the Sparks over the Panthers for that quarter, but you know the Panthers seem to be scoring about the same each quarter, whereas the Sparks seem to be pushing forward that little bit extra, and I'm wondering if that fast-paced play is contributing to that.
Yeah, definitely. I think obviously the shooting combination that was probably on then probably know each other a bit more as well. Eldridge and Tau would have played together at Intuit and at UTS before as well, so I think that definitely showed there. But obviously the fresh legs, I think, and the intensity just lifted from the UTS Sparks in that third quarter.
Right, well, 15 minutes left to play in this round 4 match. We'll see if there's any changes leading into the fourth quarter. So we've seen the Panthers make some more changes ahead of this last 15 minutes. The Sparks remain as they were in the third. And we've seen Catherine Hulton move into the centre position. In wing defence, we've got Chantal Rennie, one of the Metro players playing up. And we've also seen Mulherron come out in goal defence. And Lauren Russell, another player helping out the squad tonight. She's in goalkeeper now.
Oh, great touch by Mulherron. She's been in everything.
Great energy all game.
Yeah, tonight. Oh, great touch. Very unlucky, great touch though. Oh, goes the Panthers' way.
So straight away we see the impact of Russell and Mulherron in those defending spots.
I reckon that change might have been just so that Mulherron can have a bit more
contribution to the game?
Yeah, down the court, especially in attack, bringing it through for them. Oh, great change of direction there by Tito Cater.
Hull's monstered by Styles there.
Yeah.
She did well to get a hand to it in a way. See Bartolo.
Great feed there. Good deception, great shot.
You can see some young Fury players up in the background watching on. Katie Bryce straight on that intercept for the Sparks. Still pretty fresh in those legs.
She could run all day, I think.
Do you know much about her Zenith netball program?
No, not much. Obviously, yeah, played with her last year. I know it's a bit about...
I think it's coaching of some
she
sort.
runs clinics and stuff. And obviously still studies at Western Sydney doing a nursing degree as well. So. Holmes' long arms only touch the ring when she shoots.
Panthers defenders definitely having an impact with those swap positions. Forcing the shooters onto the edge of the circle. And Styles out of play.
I was unlucky, 2 shooters and she got a hand to it.
Holes up and in. So 10's the difference. That was great work by Tao, last minute stepping over the line. The centre pass.
Oh, great defence by Russell.
Panthers are definitely up the ante in their defence end this quarter. Good feed from Bryce to Tao in front.
Great confident long shot there by Tao.
She's been solid all night. An attack for the Sparks. Mulherron, long bomb, didn't pay off. I should say, very strong shoulder pass, wasn't it?
It was a bullet pass. Just needed a bit more height on it to over the keeper.
And Roundtree just able to intercept it. Baseline Elridge. 45-33, the Sparks lead the Panthers.
Yeah, Panthers started this quarter quite strong, but yeah, UTS have just picked it up again. I think the Panthers Metro League players, have really stood up as well. I don't think they've looked out of place, and I think Russell and Rennie have had good contributions to the game.
Oh, that was very lucky. It came off Bryce's hands. Yeah, they've definitely stepped up, considering they wouldn't be really training with this team very often.
No, and unfortunately, obviously, injuries are one of those things you can't help. So opportunity comes and you won't say no. Great shot by Holes.
So Holes came up from the under-20s last year. She's quite young too.
Yeah, Panthers won the under-20s last year. And they're going quite good again this year as well. Obviously, being so young, she'll obviously learn how to work with her strength of her height, because obviously it's hard to beat.
And they're trying to bring a little bit more movement into her game. So she's great at holding and starting to see some more movement there.
I was unlucky for Claire. Contact on the line there.
Something that's a little bit interesting is O'Hader. She's had a massive impact this game in defence for the Panthers and now in attack.
Yeah, I think in attack she's just... she's worked... in the first quarter, I thought Amy Parmenter was quite physical on Holton, but I haven't seen that physicality as much. I think Teacher's been getting off the body and really working the prelims. Then in defence, she's just been there to be a nuisance. So that's what you want, obviously, to be a nuisance. So then it makes these guys' defenders' jobs a lot easier. So I think she's actually done a really good job just going about her business quietly.
So O'Hader played with the Opens last year, but was actually looking to have a year off. Work and a few pieces, but obviously with injuries decided to come back, missed it a little bit.
Yeah, actually I saw her after one of the Swifts trainings. We were walking out to the car and I said, "What are you doing back?" And she said, she couldn't keep away. I think she said, she goes, "But I've missed the best part. I missed pre-season and I've just come to sign on to play." So I think it worked out well for her.
The best part? I'm wondering what that's all about.
No one likes pre-season. Teacher's obviously also had a few knee reconstructions as well, so good to see her back out there playing so confidently.
That was unfortunate. It was a nice feed from O'Hader into Holes.
Yeah, really unlucky call, I think.
Very fast back up the other side for Sparks.
Yeah, no transition defence there. I think it caught everyone off guard a little bit. Great read by Mulherron. Claire was the only one on strike then.
Mulherron stuck for an option. Amy Parmenter jumping on it, and unfortunately it's popped outside. For that minute or so.
Oh, great fake by Dee Partello. She's done that all night, just been really strong at looking outside the circle and then opens up the shooter under the post. Unfortunately, couldn't finish that off then.
I was just going to say that last minute or so, the Panthers have done really well to sort of get back into this game. Looking up at the score before, it was 45-38. And that was a lot closer than it has been. So they edged their way into it a little bit. Fortunately, missed opportunity there. O'Brien running very hard onto the ball.
Eldridge has been solid back there, shooting. Well, it's been a very physical contest in that mid-court.
So Moira Garha said of last week that the Sparks in mid-court were quick and sharp and they forced a lot of turnovers, and that their shooters really stepped up. So I'd say that that's probably pretty relevant to this game as well.
Yeah, definitely. I think they've definitely got a lot of speed through their mid-court with Parmenter, Bryce and O'Brien, speed to burn. So going to be very hard to beat. But I think the Panthers have done a really good job when it does get down there to hold that up. But again, I think defensively as well, Amy Parmenter and Bryce here being the action, which is what you want to see. Given Roundtree opportunities to come out for balls and have a look like this now.
Still very physical.
I just think once the placement gets to Holes right, I think she's going to be very hard to beat. I just think at the moment the ball's being placed where the defender can still have a crack. And obviously that's just new combinations as well starting.
So we're within 7 here.
It's a very tough call. I think they're both going for it then.
Sparks with an opportunity. Quick work between Bryce and Parmenter.
Claire just using her body.
Towel doing well to jump on the loose ball. Finishing it off. 48-40. 8 goals difference. 4.5 minutes of play.
I'd really like to see the Panthers just turn a few over and just get the score back in. I think they had a really good start to this quarter. It's been in and out though now. So a few turnover and just finish it off.
Sparks have been very quick on the counter-attack.
Oh, great take by Di Bartolo.
That was lovely work between the shooters there. Hull's just waiting under the post.
The thing that Di Bartolo does really well is she looks straight into the shooter first. That's where you want to obviously get the ball to, and I think she looks straight in there with full confidence, so it's good.
That was lovely work by Elridge. It's a good contest between her and Russell for the ball just before. Russell wins this time. Some last-minute ditch efforts from both sides.
Thought that went out of the baseline. Not too sure what's going on here. I think they did too. We'll let the umpire off that one. Very physical between the two centres. Striving for everything. Three minutes to go and the intensity is still very high in this game.
A hater, stuck for options. Di Bartolo offers one.
Oh,
right-hand side.
Again, just the placement of it, but definitely it was the ball. It was the place to go. Opened up again, shifted the goalkeeper out, and she was open. Just the placement of it.
Those little mistakes just letting the Panthers down at the moment.
Yeah, definitely.
They're still winning a lot of ball and doing very well, slowing down the game when it gets up their end. Or heading up their end, rather. And Rennie's done really well tonight too. Yeah, really stepped up to the plate, like you said before.
Yeah, done a great job. Not being afraid to contest, which is what you want to see from a younger player coming up as well. Towel and Eldridge being strong under that post.
Just over 2 minutes of play left here. Panthers. Di Bartolo. Oh, lovely shot.
That's what I'd love to see as a mid-court.
It's lovely to see the hard work pay off with that point anytime, but especially when it's a lovely little shot like that.
I mean, brings a lot of confidence, I think, just to the whole team when the shooter gets a shot like that. Just a miscommunication there between Claire and Nat Eldridge. Panthers get another go at an attack. I think the move with Mulherron in goal defence has been a positive one. I think she's been a big contributor to the attack down play as well.
Especially when she's in red hot form.
Yeah.
Bryce and Hader making for a really good matchup.
Yeah, they've got it back within 7. So this last quarter has been really positive for the Panthers.
Hull's going for the rebound, but just out-muscled by Styles. You see Holton. I'll do Cartello. Great shot.
It's back within 6 now.
They've crept up, the Panthers. 50-44 they lead. There's 44 seconds on the clock.
Oh,
it's been a really great fight in the last quarter, hasn't it, Paige?
Yeah, definitely. I think they've had ebbs and flows of momentum, but overall they had a really strong fourth quarter, which I'm sure they take away from that next week. Positive signs. If they could have done that for 60 minutes, they definitely would have been in this game a lot sooner. again, missed opportunity. I think they've had a lot of opportunities. Just a slight miscommunication down that attack end, but I think they've had a lot of opportunities down there. And to lose by only 6 is a positive sign.
Especially when you've seen a few of those instances happen now. If they'd capitalised on those, they would have been points. Would have been a much tighter game.
Yeah, they're the ones we call the crucial moments.
There we go. So that finishes off the end of this match between the Panthers and the UTS Sparks Opens. Sparks up 50-44. And we'll be back very shortly. We're just going to wrap this game up for you. Tighter? Oh, acts like we like it, yeah. So that was your first Premier League game, Paige Hadley. What did you think of it?
Oh, I thought it was all right. I think I'll stick to playing and not commentating.
So we saw the Sparks get up over the Panthers 50-44, and as you said, we actually saw the Panthers outscore the UTS St George Sparks in that last quarter. They'll take a lot of confidence from that, won't they?
Yeah, I think the last quarter they showed this, how good they are, and I think, as I said, the capitalising on those little turnovers, they just went astray. So if they can capitalise on them and have less turnovers, they're going to be well in it in weeks to come.
So UTS are likely to stay at 4th spot on the ladder now, but for the Panthers, probably still in 7th place. They come up in GWS against GWS next week. They're the only team below them so far. What do you say to them heading into that game?
Oh, I just think they can take so many positives away from this game. I think, with the amount of changes they had, they kind of clicked really, really quickly. And I think just working on the feed to the taller shooter, I think that's that went astray. But I think with shooting like Danielle Di Vitello, I think she was awesome out there tonight. So I think just obviously capitalising on those turnovers that you do get and just cherish the ball when you got it.
Any other standout players for you?
I'll have to say Claire O'Brien because she's on my team. No, I think their defensive end of UTS did really well. Taylor Fraser and Amy Parmenter and Cara and Nicole Stiles, I think they all did really well to put the pressure on and make them force those turnovers. But I think Hayley Mulheron, as well, goalkeeper of Panthers, she was outstanding tonight.
Right, well, we've got a match-up between the 2 under-20 sides coming up on Bar TV very shortly. It's going to be a massive match. It's a grand final rematch of last year. So we're looking forward to that, and we'll be back with you for that shortly.